The following presentation is general in nature and should not be considered as financial advice. Please do your own research, consider this information wisely, and never invest more than you can afford to lose. G'day guys, and welcome to lesson number 2 of my Cryptocurrency 101 course. My name's Crypto Neil, and today I'm going to be taking you through a handful of the more commonly used terms in cryptocurrency. Okay. Now, firstly, I'm going to start off with a cheat sheet that was prepared by Reddit user KM Southgate. Now, I really love this cheat sheet as it captures most of the commonly used terms, so big shout out to this KM Southgate wherever you are in the world. First one I'm looking at here is FUD. Now, quite often in cryptocurrency, you'll hear this word FUD. FUD means fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Propaganda to lower prices. So recently we've seen stories about Bitcoin going down or Bitcoin being a bubble and what have you. That's all FUD. Or specifically in relation to a certain cryptocurrency, that there might be news that comes out that they've done this or done that. That's all FUD. Usually. Now, sometimes it is actual news, alright? But look, a lot of the time, it'll just be people making things up or trying to actually manipulate the price so they can get themselves at a better price. FOMO, fear of missing out, that is when you'll find that people, when a graph's going like this, right? When it's going up and up, people are going to go, oh my goodness, this is just 10 times in 3 days. I could have, if I had to put in $1,000, I could have got $10,000 in 3 days. My goodness, I can't miss this boat. I've got to get on board. Fear of missing out. Don't do it. HODL. Now, the origin of this particular term is on Bitcoin Talk forum. The guy misspelled the word hold because he was drunk, and it's just held. So, for lack of a better term. So, HODL means just hold on to your cryptocurrencies. Don't sell, don't buy, just hold on to them for that time being. Mooning is when the price goes up extremely high. As I said, when you get that graph that goes up right to the moon. Fiat, government issued currency, not cryptocurrency. So, such as the US dollar or Australian dollar or Japanese yen or whatever it may be. That's fiat currency. Whale, someone who owns a lot of cryptocurrency or one specific cryptocurrency. So say if you have a cryptocurrency, it's got 1 million circulating supply, 1 million coins in circulation, and someone owns, let's say 100,000 of them. They are a massive whale. So if they sell, the whole price could be affected by that. Or if they buy more, the whole price could also be affected by that. We'll go through that in the next lesson. Bullish, so that means when the expectation that the price is going to go up. So if the market's looking green, if they've had a few green days in a row, the market's said to be bullish. Bearish, an expectation that the price is going to go down. So if you've heard bad news or if the company's been done for fraud or something like that, they would be very, very bearish. All-time high, or ATH as it's known, it's the highest price the coin has ever been. Market cap, it's the total supply times the current price of the cryptocurrency. So using our example with the $1 million or the 1 million amount of coins, if they were each at $1, there'd be a 1 million market cap. If they were at $10, there'd be a 10 million market cap, etc. ICO is an initial coin offering. So it's a type of crowdfunding. I like that term. But basically, when someone comes out with a new cryptocurrency, they put it to ICO. And then with that ICO, they raise all the money that they need to go ahead and do whatever it is that the project that they're going to do. It's similar to, like, let's just call it Kickstarter, except on a major scale with millions and millions of dollars in play. ROI is returns on investment, so it's the gain on your initial investment. So you put in $100, you get $1,000 back. That's 10 times ROI, or 1,000% ROI, I should say. Cold storage, moving cryptocurrency offline to a paper or hardware wallet. Now I'm going to cover that later, but basically there's two types of wallets. There's one on the exchange where you keep your money in basically a big giant wallet that the exchange owns, or you can take it offline and have it in your personal wallet. The blockchain, we've already been through this, so I'll skip over that one. Now, did I miss anything here? Oh, a fork. A fork is when a blockchain splits into two separate chains. So with Bitcoin, as an example, it's had many forks. So the blockchain normally goes like this in a row, then it'll split off into two ones. So say Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold, etc., is a fork of Bitcoin. So it's the same on the same blockchain, but it's called a different name, and it's also called and it's also operates a little bit differently than the original one, even though it's on the same blockchain. Now, let's go to the next one. Some other ones. White paper. Now, it's a report or guide that informs readers how concisely about the cryptocurrency's goals, philosophies, and detailed plan on how they will achieve this. So basically all it is, it's a summary of what the cryptocurrency does. Usually they're to do with ICOs. So quite often when you have an ICO, although all the cryptocurrencies do have white papers, or I should hope they all do have white papers. If they don't, well, that's a big red flag. But if they for all the existing cryptocurrencies, you can read their white papers and see what their long-term goals are, what the whole project's about, what their aim is. Some are even very complicated with formulas and really technical stuff for all the scientists and and people who like that type of thing. But look, a lot of the time they are just summaries of where the business is going to go or what they aim to do with their cryptocurrency specific. Altcoin is an alternative coin. So basically any coin that isn't Bitcoin is an altcoin. Like you've got Ethereum, you've got Neo, you've got Litecoin, you've got all the other coins on the market. There's thousands in existence. They're all altcoins except for Bitcoin. Bitcoin's Bitcoin. An address is an ID that's used to pay into that wallet. So whenever you want to make a payment to someone, you get a long string of numbers, similar to like in Australia we have BSB and account number. So you get a long string of numbers and letters, and you give that to your friend or colleague or whoever you want to pay you, and that's the address that they can send it to. Lastly, you've got weak hands, and so that's not hodling and giving into FUD. So basically when the market's going down and you see, oh heavens, I don't know what to do, you don't hold because the market's going to go back up. You most of the time, 99% know that, except for exceptional circumstances. It's when you sell at the bottom, and then usually the price starts going back up, and then guess what happens? FOMO. So you get back on board, you lose a lot of money in that little segment, okay? Shill, a person engaged in covert advertising or selling a cryptocurrency for his or her own benefit. So it usually happens on the social media platforms like Twitter, Telegram, Facebook, etc., YouTube especially. So a famous example of this is another YouTuber called Trevon James. He was shilling BitConnect because he was making money off all the referrals. Now, BitConnect actually went under. Well, he'll argue that they didn't, but they did. And now a lot of people have lost all their money. So be careful. If a YouTuber is doing a review or anything like that, be careful that they're not invested in it themselves. And look, it can be okay if they are invested in themselves. It doesn't mean it's necessarily a bad project. But, of course, you've got to take into account they have a vested interest. And lastly is pump and dump. That's when whales buy into a particular currency and then shill it and then sell it once the price has been hyperinflated, and leaves original Joe Blows like me and you stuck holding a worthless coin. So they have to sell at an all-time low, actually. Or they bought at an all-time high. I think that's what I meant to write there. But they bought at an all-time high. So say you got this 1 cent thing, all of a sudden it goes up to 75 cents overnight. It's because the whales have all put their money in, then they start talking about it. Man, this is the next Bitcoin. It's going to be amazing. It's going to go up. It's going to go to $25. And you can get this here at 75 cents. That's amazing. And then everyone else buys it. The price goes up a little bit to $1. All those people who bought in at 1 cent, they sell. The price goes right back down to 2 cents. So they've obviously got heaps and heaps of gains on their investment, and everyone else is left holding a 2 cent coin which they bought at $1. So obviously be very, very careful for that. That is a very common occurrence in cryptocurrency. And if you see a price shoot up for no reason, there's no fundamental reason or there's no technical reason, you can probably guess it's going to be a pump and dump. Alrighty, so that looks like everything today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next lesson.